PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 26th day of June. James Spann here, getting set for the last weekend of June, and maybe some changes coming up by the end of the weekend, and maybe some tropical action. Actually, some things to talk about today. So let's get to it. Skycam shots. First off, the Birmingham view, looking south from the Daniel Building. A hot, hazy summer day. A few cumulus clouds, but not much buildup around here. A lot of folks down there on the Gulf Coast. That's our Gulf Shore Skycam looking from the Phoenix All Suites. Kind of a hazy summer day down there. And from Livingston on the campus of the University of West Alabama. There have been a few buildups and showers around there today. That's where the main band of showers has been, right through central Alabama. And there's the water vapor satellite shot. Heat ridge over the country's southern plains, with the short waves rotating up on top of that thing. And we'll kind of watch that wave over the northwestern states and see if that will bring us a little relief from the hot weather early next week. Temperatures this afternoon, hotter readings under the heat bubble. Dallas, Fort Worth, Wichita Falls, Oklahoma City, all near 100 around here. Mostly low 90s. Birmingham at 91. Those are 2 o'clock observations. The hot spots, Tuscaloosa and Montgomery at 95. Interesting to note, the guys at SPC, Storm Prediction Center, actually putting out a meso update for central Alabama, a little zone where winds are converging, and of course where the air converges at the surface, the air goes up. And on a day like this, that could mean some thunderstorms. They're talking potential for isolated wet microburst in there, but so far not much has happened. There's a look at the radar at 2:28, and the storms that popped up rapidly at midday are kind of fizzling out, so not much to get excited about there, and I think tomorrow the radar will look a lot like that. But hopefully late Sunday or Monday we'll see an increase in storms. Rest of today and tonight got a slight risk of severe weather from near Jackson, Tennessee, all the way to the northern tip of Maine and up across the High Plains states. Tomorrow, the slight risk areas, there's 3 of them, one on the Atlantic coast of the Carolinas, one over the Heartland, and one up on the Canadian border. And Sunday got a slight risk for the Tennessee Valley of extreme North Alabama and points north with that surface boundary dropping in. There's a rain for the next 5 days, suggesting about, a tenth of an inch here. And we all know that with convection, it's going to vary a lot. But I do think that maybe Monday we'll catch at least a decent shower or storm in spots. But after Monday, the weather next week does look pretty dry. And, yep, got the potential now for some tropical action here. That thing is really looking good down there in the Western Caribbean. There's the latest tropical cyclone look from the NHC guys, suggesting now medium potential for development there. There's a look at the satellite shot, and that thing certainly is beginning to develop a nice CDO, central dense overcast. And if that thing keeps on looking like that, who knows, maybe a tropical depression will form. Could this be Tropical Storm Anna getting her act together? Of the models that are identifying the system, the dynamic models, the BAM models, they're taking it across the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico and then bending it back to the west over the Gulf. Extrapolation is just based on its current motion. That takes it toward Galveston. That's not model output. And some of the historical models want to shoot it over toward Florida. But again, let's just see what happens with that. We'll take a look at modeling and talk about that as we go. This is the 12Z GFS valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Trough over the east. Heat ridge centered off to the west. And I think tomorrow, just like today, hot, hazy, a few widely scattered storms. Sunday, same thing, but look at the system up on the Canadian border around Duluth, Minnesota. Look at the surface chart on Sunday, and hey, look at that. The GFS is identifying a little disturbance down there in the southern Gulf, but it really loses it after Sunday. And again, the GFS not showing much convection here Sunday. There's a look at Monday, and you can see that upper level low is kind of beginning to influence much of the eastern half of the nation. The 588 ridge is pushed back over to the southwest. Down below that, again, the GFS not very bullish on rain, but I do think with the surface boundary dropping south anytime in late June, you have to mention a pretty decent chance of showers and storms. The disturbance in the Gulf not looking all that good. And the big question is, will the trough over the east influence that and lift it northeast across the Florida Peninsula and up into the Atlantic, or will it not be influenced by the trough and just kind of hang around down in the southwestern Gulf? Well, let's just see. It's obviously too early to call because the system is not technically on the board yet. Here's a look at Tuesday. We get into dry air. As the surface boundary is on down to the south, the humidity should be lower, nights cooler. Might even see some upper 50s by Wednesday morning in some of the cooler pockets. Here's Wednesday's chart, dry as a bone. Thursday, same thing. And Friday. So after Sunday and Monday, things look awfully dry next week, and we sure could use some showers and storms around here. Hopefully we'll pick up at least a few decent showers in that late Sunday, Monday time frame. And the end of the forecast period, July the 12th. I got a weakness in the ridge around here, and that's the case. We could see some decent storms. That looks like convective feedback there. But as we all know, identifying these kind of weather changes in summer 15 days in advance, you just can't do that. We're just peaking out there. That's it for the Weather Extreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here my next video by Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters will have the videos tomorrow and Sunday. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on TV this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.